The Tenderloin is home to 3,500 youth, the highest concentration of children and families in San Francisco. These youth and their families deserve first class services and opportunities. Every week, leaders from more than 25 youth and family serving organizations meet together to ensure the community is getting our very best. The Tenderloin Children and Youth and Families Coalition is a collection of nonprofit organizations, individuals, and other partners who work cooperatively, providing services and support to children, youth, and families in San Francisco's Tenderloin neighborhood through direct programs, resource sharing, advocacy, and community activities. The TCYFC is grounded in our values of trust, diversity, joy, communication, and partnership. Through our values, we are able to share resources and opportunities for the betterment of youth and families, especially those who are underserved and marginalized. Hear the roadblocks and needs of youth and families we serve and look for solutions and resources to help. Collaborate on opportunities that support our youth and families like special events, special programs, trainings, fairs, and more. And finally, utilize this group to ask for support and work as thought partners. These are just some of the organizations that regularly participate in the coalition: 826 Valencia, the Tenderloin After School Program at TNDC, the Tenderloin Community Benefit District, the Boys and Girls Club of San Francisco Tenderloin Clubhouse, Up on Top, the Salvation Army Kroc Center, and Seed Impact. This coalition of youth providers in the Tenderloin first met voluntarily in 2019 with the hopes of meeting quarterly in an effort to build greater community among each other and the youth and families we serve. When the COVID-19 pandemic devastated the world, this coalition began to meet every week, particularly to share information and to be able to lean on each other as trusted peers, but largely to figure out how we can continue to serve the youth and families of the Tenderloin. These meetings helped ensure that families knew about services and resources available to them, such as COVID tests, vaccinations, and access to food and groceries. As the world began to pivot into the next phase of recovery, so did the TCYFC. And you may wonder why this group meets at lunch. Simply put, this coalition is above and beyond any one leader's given duties within their organization. This coalition is organic and not yet supported by any formal funding or a backbone support organization. This coalition has had a strong voice in shaping policy, particularly with the Tenderloin Community Action Plan, spearheaded by the City Planning Neighborhood Equity Office. In 2024, the Tenderloin Youth Services Gap Analysis indicated the following: only one-third of Tenderloin children and youth participate in DCYF-funded programs. Asian children and youth are underrepresented, while Hispanic children and youth are well represented. Middle Eastern and Arab youth are difficult to track because of the lack of representation in census data. And interestingly, Tenderloin youth are more likely to attend programs outside of their neighborhood. This analysis also identified three core challenges: lack of safe navigation for children and youth in the neighborhood, lack of age appropriate and unstructured low barrier programming for disconnected teens and transitional age youth, and Tenderloin youth need to make an earning to support their family while also seeking support to navigate job readiness and career exploration. You can read more by scanning the QR code. The Harlem Children's Zone in New York has been identified as a possible model for the Tenderloin. Later this month, members of the coalition will begin training with the Harlem Children's Zone's Practitioners Institute to see what parts of their model may be adapted to the Tenderloin. The coalition continues to have a leadership role in many of the projects identified in the Tenderloin Investment Blueprint, such as the Tenderloin Kids Zone, which includes increased SFPD foot patrols and signage, the transformation of Elm Street Alley adjacent to Tenderloin Community School, and the brand new soccer pitch on a long vacant lot, which represents the best of collaboration between public, private, and community-based partners. This coalition continues to advocate for innovative new ways to engage the Tenderloin youth, such as emerging violence prevention programs. Through our coalition, we aim to meet the needs of the youth and families we collectively serve, especially the under resourced and overlooked communities. We work to meet families where they are, hear the roadblocks to success, and try to find solutions. We want the youth and families in the Tenderloin and our collective programs to thrive. This presentation was prepared on behalf of the Tenderloin Children, Youth, and Families Coalition and the Tenderloin Youth Access Network by Seed Impact.
Some days we have a plan, others we go with the flow. We don't have it all figured out, but we take it all in and we process what we see. Unlike past generations, we're lucky to capture it all. Maybe we can't save the world from madness, but maybe we can save a tiny piece of it. We see it differently, each of us. We're seeing more than just what's in front of us. We're capturing the present to develop a better future.
They gave me a way to express myself.
I'm grateful for everything.
Before coming to Jelani House, I was pregnant and homeless. It was COVID. I was having a lot of issues with like alcohol and stability and stuff like that. I'd been homeless and couch surfing for a couple years.
I got domestic violence from the side of my baby daddy, right? So I have to run and try to find help.
The challenges I was facing, I would say, was just financial challenges, homelessness, of course, being by myself and thinking about how am I gonna make it with a child on the way.
If I was sleeping on the street, I wouldn't sleep. I was scared. So I would just find a place that had like Wi-Fi that I could just keep trying to access certain programs and certain resources.
Before coming to Jelani House, the moms are faced with homelessness, living on the streets or in cars or couch surfing, and a lot of times they're also battling with substance use, mental health, or even domestic violence. And that's where Jelani House comes in.
I was really fortunate that Jelani and HPP came through.
Jelani House embodies HPP's mission. It's a transitional housing program that serves pregnant and postpartum families, and we provide not only shelter, but also wraparound services to help them move beyond the streets. When you come into these doors, you're gonna be welcomed. It's gonna be a warm experience, and you're gonna get every support that you need for you and your baby.
My first impression in Jelani House was, first of all, the welcome, the room, insane beautiful, the view of the room, the clean that everything was, everything that they prepared, and I was like, wow, this is all for me.
Just walking in the door, I was mind blown with how clean and beautiful it was. There was babies all around. My first week here, I cried almost every night because I was just happy that I finally felt like me and my baby were gonna be stable and safe.
Jelani House's space is bright, open, welcoming. We have community spaces. We have a kitchen, a living room, a playroom, and we even have an outside garden area for moms to just gather in.
Very, very grateful of this place. I think it's a really incredible, safe space for women.
Every mom has their own room that's fully furnished with a warm bed, a nursing chair, and bassinet for baby, basic hygiene products, and all their baby essentials. We introduce them to the staff. We show them around the space so it feels less like a shelter and more like home for them.
They help with just guiding me and like housing resources, food resources. It's very helpful. It makes me feel like I don't have to do it alone.
Jelani House provides meals, basic essentials, but not only that, we have case management services, parenting classes, and a lot of other life skills groups. We also do therapy referrals and housing navigation and employment services. We also celebrate all the moms, so we do a lot of fun activities, both in-house and outside.
Be homeless, be pregnant, or have a newborn kid is not easy. But when you have a really strong support around you, makes you feel like you can do it. Makes you feel powerful.
Getting my housing was wonderful. It was our place for just her and I, where we were finally able to start growing as a family.
Our goal is to help families leave into stable and long-term permanent solutions.
75% of women at Jelani House exit with permanent housing. If not, others go to at least some sort of stable housing, typically back with friends or family. Jelani House is a place where transformation is truly possible. Moms coming in while pregnant or with their babies, from homelessness to not knowing where to go, to leaving here stable with their housing, with their babies, and feeling like they can achieve anything.
Community for me here in this house is family, because once you are with 1 feet inside, everyone becomes your family, your support.
My hopes and dreams for the future are to continue growing in my role here. I'm definitely excited to have my second baby. I never even thought I would have one child, let alone two, and have that kind of stability to be able to do that.
I just dream to see them like happy, completely in this life, with full of love, of course, and feeling proud about themselves.
My hopes and dreams, I would say for me and my baby, is being able to say we did it, like we made it. Being able to get out of like the struggles, like poverty, like, and not even just poverty period, but the poverty mindset.
I just always want my baby to feel loved, be safe, to flourish. You know, I'm worthy and I'm important, and my baby's important, and we deserve it.